morning. It is Monday. I just had a fabulous little breakfast and today I'm running a bunch of errands. I'm trying to have a bit of a productive day. I've been in full vacation mode for the last week. I got back to Melbourne a couple days ago, and before that I was in Brisbane. Before that I was in Newcastle, and then before that I was back at my mum's. So to me, this third week of January is like the official start of the new year. I'm super excited to build a bit of a routine this week. I'm just staying with my brothers in Melbourne. I think I might go and stay with Rachel and Mitch for a little bit as well, but I'm actually not sure how long I'm going to be in Melbourne. A couple of weeks before I need to go back to my mum's again and do some things there. But for the last few weeks, I've just been traveling around a little bit. It's interesting and a bit different for me because I'm so used to having a home base, but I'm actually kind of thriving, you know, sleeping on the couch, the floor, wherever I am. It's actually been a lot of fun. I don't have solid plans. I'm hoping this week I can start making some. So the start of the year was super chill. I was just at my mum's, and then sadly my grandma passed away on Christmas Day, and we all went to Newcastle for the service, which was really sad, but we actually had so much fun. My grandma wouldn't have wanted us to sit around being sad, and we haven't been together, like all the cousins, in years, at least 10 to 15, and so it was so nice to have everybody back together. And we've made a pact we need to catch up at least once a year because it was so much fun. So fun despite the circumstances, but honestly we were there to celebrate life, and I'm so glad that I was able to go. And just on that too, I had a couple people message me. I have my two sets of grandparents. I have my nan and my grandma. My nan came to Christmas Day, and sadly it was my grandma who passed away on Christmas Day, and so that's why we all went to Newcastle. Thank you so much for all of the really lovely, beautiful messages that I have received about that. Like, it's so nice, and I'm very appreciative of all of that. And then I flew to Brisbane, and I spent a week in Brisbane, and for a few days my friend Christina and I just went into full goal setting planning mode for 2023. We did vision boards. I have an entire video on that. I will leave a link down below, but oh my gosh, it was so fun. I haven't felt this motivated and this inspired in a really long time, so I'm so thankful I got to spend that time with her because I am so ready for 2023. And then I actually had some Canadian friends in Brisbane, and it was really cool because, you know, I spent my time with them in Toronto, and now I've had the chance to spend some time with them here in Australia as well. So I took a full proper vacation and I did all the touristy things. We went out to Moreton Island, which I've never been to before. I went and checked out a few new restaurants and things in Brisbane. Brisbane has changed so much since I lived there. It's very cool. I was like, when did Brisbane get cool? And then we also went down to the Gold Coast and Burleigh and all those really great things. I went swimming, to the beach, just had a proper summer vacation, and it was awesome. And then yeah, a couple days ago I came back to Melbourne, and now I am ready to start figuring things out, getting myself organized, and today I am running some errands. I have a really long to-do list. I've been keeping a to-do list for weeks now, and I gotta start ticking things off. And so I'm gonna head to Chadstone right now because I have a little list, like a little shopping list I've made in the last few weeks as well. My makeup collection is a disaster. Can't live like this anymore. My bronzer has completely smashed. This happened in the last couple of days. It's basically done. This happened yesterday or today, but an eyeliner has leaked and it has now gone everywhere. I definitely need a new sponge. This bag is like 3 years old and there's just empty products. I even have some packaging in there as well, and I just want to get my makeup bag sorted and more organized, especially with traveling around. I just want to get this into a neat little package. As you can see, I need to fix this. I really want to get some new brushes. I'm just not sure whether I'll go like Amazon or whether I'd pick something up from Sephora. You know, it's a significant price difference, but I definitely need a sponge. I need a new bronzer, and I need a new carry bag for it all. I also need to track down an optometrist to see if I can buy contact lenses over the counter. It is a whole ordeal here to get contact lenses over the counter. I tried so hard in Brisbane, it didn't happen, so fingers crossed. I've got a prescription. I can find some here in Melbourne, and yeah, I just need to start ticking things off this to-do list. I just got to Chadstone and I completely forgot that my brother's car doesn't have AC. It is so hot out there. It's almost 30 degrees and this car has been sitting in the sun, so I need to get out of here. But yeah, we're gonna go to Chadstone. If you didn't know, Chadstone is the biggest shopping center in Australia. It's not quite the biggest shopping center in the Southern Hemisphere, but it's massive and it has everything. So we're gonna go and hopefully get everything that I need today to help me keep my luggage, my makeup, my belongings all organized. I just got home and I got pretty much everything that I wanted to get except for some new sandals. I have one pair of sandals and they're falling apart and I really need to find a new pair, but I'm gonna take my time with it because I want to find the perfect pair. So the original reason that I actually went to the shopping center in the first place is contact lenses. It has been an absolute ordeal for me to be able to track these down. I've been trying to figure this out for about a week and a half now, and I wanted to share a little bit of a story with these. Have you seen that lucky girl syndrome, lucky girl method, whatever it is that's on TikTok, where basically you just keep telling yourself you're the luckiest girl in the world and then all these great things happen to you? Probably, you know, really simplified that just then. I think what it's about is focusing so heavily on all the little good things that happen to you that the not so good things just don't really seem to affect you as much. And so about a month ago, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a go. And I think, like, to give an example, it's about really taking the time to acknowledge those teeny tiny things. Like, you know, if you go to get a coffee and all of a sudden you realize you've got enough points or you've got enough stamps and you're able to get a free coffee equals luckiest girl in the world. And so in the last couple of weeks, I've just been, every time some teeny tiny thing happens, just being like, this is amazing. Like, life is amazing and I'm the luckiest girl in the world. And so this week with the contact lenses, I feel like that's a really good example of like how you can focus more into the positive and less into the negative. So when I was in Brisbane, I wanted to buy contact lenses over the counter. You can't do it without a prescription in Australia, and I didn't know that because the original people who tested my eyes never gave me any of this information. I had an absolute ordeal with Specsavers and I will probably never go there again. But I just ended up walking across like the hallway in the shopping center and went into a random optometrist, and the lady there was so nice, so educational. She told me all about the process, gave me all this information about my eyes, and squeezed me in for a full eye test to be able to write me a prescription. And in that moment, I was like, oh my God, this is exactly how this was supposed to go. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. Then a couple days later, I was trying to track these down because, as I said, you need to have a prescription in order to buy them over the counter. The thing is, you're supposed to be able to take any prescription into any optometrist and it works. So a couple days later, I'm trying to track them down because this company hasn't really made contact lenses for a while, so they're really hard to find. And the reason I need them over the counter is because I'm not really anywhere long enough right now for them to be able to be shipped to me. So I rang like 10 different optometrists across the Gold Coast and Brisbane, and even Specsavers, like one of them was like, no, we don't accept the prescription, which is just not how that works. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then one place, the man was so nice and he was like, oh, look, I know you kind of need it for the weekend. If you want to swing by, I'll give you another trial, which is like a 5-pack to get you through the weekend, which is free. You don't have to pay for it. And I've never been to this optometrist before. And he was just like, yeah, don't worry about it. Just come by and I'll give you a free one. And I was like, I am the luckiest girl in the world. And then I ended up ringing the OPSM in Chadstone. And that guy was like, look, we've got a box of each in stock, but they may be sold by the time you come in over the weekend. So I sort of thought today it was going to be difficult. I thought maybe they wouldn't want to take my prescription or that they didn't have them in stock. No, they took the prescription within 2 seconds. They had them in stock, and the screens behind the lady literally said 20% off contact lenses, and it wasn't actually a sale, so they had to double check it. I had to wait for the promo to show back up on the screen. So I filmed it, I was able to show them, and then they honored it and gave me the 20% off anyway, so I saved $60, making me the luckiest girl in the world. That is just an example of how it was the biggest pain to try and track these down, when I don't even care that it was difficult, because there's those 3 amazing things that happened in the entire process that completely outweigh the negative. And I feel like this whole lucky girl thing is just about focusing on all of those positive things, and you just feel like less bad things happen because the good outweighs the bad. Anyways, that's just my little theory around it. So yay, I have contact lenses. I'm able to see, but I also went to Priceline. I got some makeup remover wipes, not so much for removing my makeup, it depends on how soft they are and if they work for my skin, but mostly to be able to clean up all that mess in my makeup bag that's just, oh, a disaster. I also got a new makeup sponge. This is from the Eco Tools. Eco Tools make great sponges, but it's expensive. This was like $14, whereas in Toronto, whenever I'd go to Winners, I'd get like 10 for $10, and they were amazing sponges. And then I tried to track down some makeup bags, and I ended up going to Kiki. And again, we're just gonna go with the luckiest girl in the world here. They had 2 of these black on black makeup bags. So this is the bigger one. There was a smaller one, and I was like, oh, you know, it's not quite exactly what I'm after, but it's close enough. The guy, when I asked about the black, ended up bringing out this little one, which is even smaller, which is perfect for makeup brushes. And it's black and gold, and it was $10 on sale because it's going out of stock and it's no longer available online. So I just got myself a little makeup bag for $10. Like, amazing. Anyway, I couldn't decide whether I should just match it with this black one. I don't even know if my makeup's gonna fit in here or not, but I thought I would clean everything up and test it out. And then I also went to Sephora because I ended up deciding to get the Zoeva brushes. I was thinking about doing it last week and I didn't, and then I went in today. They only had 3 of the 6 available that I want, so I do need to make an order online. But they have the 127 blush and contour, the 221 crease blender, and the 234 smoky shader. So there's just another 3 that I do want, but I'm so excited to be able to like put these in here and have all new makeup brushes. I tried, or at least like went around and felt all the different ones. I feel like these were the nicest. I also realized that there was still a Morphe store. I thought all the Morphes were closing down. I mean, I think it's closing down because half the makeup was gone in there. I currently have Morphe brushes and they're just not that soft. So I was like, you know what? Let's get rid of those and get the softest ones I can find. And I honestly think it's the Zoeva. I was possibly thinking of the Sigma, but not as soft as these, and they were more expensive. So now I'm really excited because I get to redo my makeup collection. I didn't get a bronzer though. I couldn't find one that I liked. So that's gonna have to go into the I will take my time pile with the shoes, figure it out, but I'm slowly ticking these things off my to-do list, and now I feel like my makeup can be nice and organized. Next on the list, I need to do some clothes washing. It is so hot today. I feel like I might duck into Bunnings when I go to the supermarket and get my brother some of those reflective windscreen things because the car sits in the street and it is so hot. I am so tired. I have been super exhausted still. I feel like I only have about 3 or 4 good hours per day before I am so tired. Going to the shopping center for a few hours has absolutely taken it out of me. And then I've just been working. I've been sitting on the couch or sitting out the back, but then it gets hot out the back, so then I go inside and then I sit on the couch and work. I do miss having a desk space. That's definitely one thing I do miss, but at the same time I've really been enjoying just going around and, you know, sleeping on the couch. It's kind of fun, kind of different. I didn't know how I'd go with it because I'm so used to having my own space and my own environment, but I think I'm doing okay, like floating around and going from place to place at the moment, but I'm just super tired. And I actually rang the hospital yesterday about this iron infusion. So I think it's been 3 weeks since I got my referral, and I thought that maybe I had to call the hospital to organize the appointment, but it actually turns out it can take weeks, maybe more than a month to actually get an appointment, and they will contact me when there's one available. So the doctor today explained that, and he said that if I really wanted to get an infusion, I could find a clinic and pay to have it done. If I go through the hospital, it's free. I read through my results with him and he said that I could do that if I wanted to, or I could wait, that my results are not so bad that I need to have it now. But I'm just feeling a little bit, I don't know what to do about how tired I am and how I'm struggling to get as much work done as I want to. And I am gonna go to the supermarket now and get some groceries. I just need to get some simple meals, but I definitely want some leafy greens because I know that that's so good for me. Honestly, I don't really know what to do and I just want a solution. I take the iron tablets every single day. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the supermarket and maybe go to Bunnings if I feel up to it, to get the reflective things for this car so that while it's in the street, it's not getting as hot. I've made it to Bunnings. If you did not know and you're not from Australia, Bunnings is like a giant hardware store. It's kind of like Home Depot. Turns out Bunnings doesn't actually sell them, which I'm very surprised by. I really thought that they would sell those windshield reflector things, but there's a $1 store or $2 store down here, so I'm gonna check that out because that's what they suggested. A lot of the bread is missing, but I really want the sandwich thins. I can't seem to find them, and I bet they're probably out of stock. If so, I'll probably just get English muffins, but no, that's bread, more bread. I just want the sandwich thins. I found them and there's 2 packets left. Perfect. I think I have everything now. Got my groceries. I think I'm pretty happy with everything that I got. I can get myself a few meals out of that. When I don't really know what to cook when I'm staying somewhere, I tend to just gravitate towards salads or sandwiches. So I have all the ingredients to do a number of different salads and sandwiches. And I should have got cheese, but it's fine. I can probably steal a slice or so off my brother. But the $2 store was closed, and Bunnings didn't have the windshield things, so I think that's gonna be tomorrow's job, or at least just another day. I really do think I should get them though, because that car is getting so hot. I hate getting into it because it's so bad. Okay, I'm home. I'll do a little grocery haul. So I got some orange juice because when you're trying to absorb iron, it's really good to have something with vitamin C in it at the same time. It helps the iron absorb better. So I got orange juice, spring onions, some strawberries, tomatoes, an avocado that does need to ripen up. It's a bit hard. Baby spinach, sandwich thins. I got some sandwich steaks so that I can make myself little steak sandwiches. I also got some cream cheese and some smoked salmon. We've got some steak sandwiches and some orange juice. That was amazing, but one sandwich was not enough, so I ended up making 2. I'm gonna clean the kitchen, and then I'm gonna take my makeup off, and I'm gonna go to bed and call it a day, because it's starting to get late, and I'm tired, and I wanna freshen up because I'm all hot and sticky, and I just wanna relax for the evening. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna call it a night, and I will see you very soon.